What's up, sports bettors? Little late night play, so I say this all the time, but underdog fantasy, prize picks, no house advantage, you really never know which platform is going to have value on any given day. So I found a profitable bet on the Odds Jam odds screen. So you can see right here, basically the way I use this tool is I just hunt for value in the market, right? You're kind of like an investor. You're searching through the market ruthlessly, trying to find value. So what you're going to notice, the first player prop bet that I went with on no house advantage, again, you want to get as many of these platforms as possible. No house advantage, prize picks, underdog, sign up for them all, right? You never know where there's going to be value on a given day. So the more platforms you have, the better, right? So today there's value on no house advantage. So what I ended up finding is no house advantage, or NHA as their logo says, they have Draymond Green's line at 7 rebounds. All the sports books, underdog, prize picks, right? If we go over to prize picks and we look at player rebounds, Draymond's line is at 6.5, right? So no house advantage, they have it at 7, right? No house advantage is at 7. All the other fantasy sites, all the other sports books have Draymond's line at 6.5. So NHA, they're too high relative to the market, so we want to take the under. We found value. If you look at a player like Harrison Barnes or Jordan Poole, all books have Harrison Barnes' line at 4.5 rebounds. All books have Jordan Poole's line at 2.5 rebounds. There's no value in the market. There's no discrepancies between sports books. So as a sharp bettor, this is exactly what you're looking for. So Draymond under 7 rebounds. That's my first player prop bet for tonight on no house advantage. And I've explained this before, but really the benefit, right? The value we found is if Draymond has exactly 7 rebounds, right? We're taking the under 7. So if Draymond has exactly 7 rebounds, we're going to push, we're going to tie on underdog fantasy, whereas anyone who bets under 6.5 is going to lose. So if you look at Draymond's game log, I mean, he had 7 rebounds in 4 out of 5 game stretch, in March. Literally, 4 out of 5 games, you look right here under the rebounds column, I'm just looking at ESPN, 4 out of 5 games in a row, he had exactly 7 rebounds. So that's a spot where we would have pushed if we placed our bet at 7, whereas on on prize picks, who has his line at 6.5, we would have lost, right? So we found value in the market. So that's the first play I went with. Then I flipped over to the positive EV tool. So I've explained this before, but what's really interesting about these platforms like, no house advantage is they don't vary your payouts, right? There's this little payout multiplier thing you can see right here. So you can see here, any 2 picks you select, you're getting a 3.2x payout. If you add in a 3rd pick, a 4th pick, and a 5th pick, what you're going to notice is, okay, now you're getting a 21x payout. It doesn't matter if we switch them all to overs, doesn't matter if we take unders, it doesn't matter at all. Your payout doesn't change. Any 5-pick entry, you're getting a 21x payout. So because no house advantage, they're not changing your payout based on you hitting over or under. You just want to find spots, right? This is how sharp bettors think. You just want to find spots where sports books have one side heavily favored. So for Curry, all the books have his over 4.5 threes heavily favored, right? Like you can see here, FanDuel has this as a minus 150 favorite. DraftKings, a minus 145 favorite. Fliff, minus 155. So we're never, because all these books, they all set lines independently, we're never going to get a perfect answer as to, what should the exact odds be on Curry over 4.5 made threes, but all the data points in the market, Bet Online, a really sharp sports book, all these data points, all these different sports books, Bovada, minus 175. Every book is a data point, and they're all telling you the same thing. Curry's over. He's a lot more likely to go over 4.5 threes as opposed to under. So this is a sharp bet on no house advantage. And again, the way this tool works is you just select the sports books you use, it points out value. So Pat Connaughton over 1.5 threes is great value for the Heat Bucks game, just as an example. So Curry over 4.5 threes, next play I went with. So then finally, a tool I use is called the Odds Jam Fantasy Screen. So this works for prize picks, underdog, no house advantage, parlay play, all these different fantasy platforms. Again, sign up for them all. And it's basically showing you the same thing, right? Very similar to the EV tool. It's just going to show you the player props that have the highest probability of winning. And you just want to take these bets in green, right? So here we can see the NBA bet, Curry over 4.5 threes. That's the NBA prop we want to go with. And there's no BS here. It's because of the data. right? All the sports books have Curry's over heavily favored. So that's a sharp prop bet to go with on PrizePicks. Or on No House Advantage. I apologize. They look kind of similar too. So my plays are going to be Taylor Ward to record a run, Donovan to record a single. So Taylor Ward over half of a run, Donovan over half of a single. So you can see these two plays, just right here. Ward over half of a run is the top play on No House Advantage according to the fantasy screen. Wiggins under 18.5 points, Curry over 4.5 threes, Draymond under 7 rebounds. Just following the data, trying to make some money here. Let's make some money.